world, we're live. It's me, the Jcrow, and today we're in Adobe Animate working on Mimi again. Lip sync for the spooky dance animation meme that I'm working on. Well, I say animation meme, it's a meme, the original's by Sir Pello, and it's not really an animation meme, it's a reference to Sir Pello's original animation. 3, 2, 1, canvas reveal. Ta-da! So she is missing the horns for her costume. Her hair has been otherwise animated. I just need to do the colouring, like I said, and she needs a background, but she is animated, and it's like I say, she just needs like the horns, which don't move because they're rigid. And she does move in time for all the animation, but yeah. I have posted a whip of this to TikTok too. Skelly, you're back. Nisty, Squeaky, when are we playing Blood and Bacon? What even is Blood and Bacon? Oh, it's on Steam, a multiplayer shooter that pits heavily armed players against undead dead stock as you attempt to butcher your way through 100 ... and it cuts off. I mean, the reviews are like overwhelmingly positive at 96%. So is it zombies, but it's livestock? Because that is pretty interesting. It's an interesting concept. However, I am still a coward and will cry. I'll cry and cry. Skelly, back and sideways. Craiglitch, hi. Hi, Craiglitch. I've not seen your yokai for today. I've not commented on some of your videos that you've shared because, okay, TikTok's been hiding the comment button. Not the comment button, but you know when you click on the comment section and obviously a little bubble appears where you click in it and start typing? That's been bugging out for me recently. Like sometimes it's there, sometimes it's just not working. So I've just not been commenting on things recently. Okay, we are on the correct layer. So, like I say, she needs her hair coloring. And usually her hair comes in the form of, I'll put like a little ball shadow at the bottom because her hair's meant to resemble bonbons. She's very candy themed and was introduced as like a trick or treat poster initially, just like a big trick or treat design. Uh so I like to give her hair the glossy effect because it like I say, it was based off bonbons. It's not just bubble braids. Nisty, Blood and Bacon is a game where you shoot pigs and it's only 50 cents. That's not a lot. That's only like 50. What? I think Euro is less strong, weaker, that word, sorry, than the pound coin as well. Not by much, we're definitely dropping. We're definitely dropping off and tanking in value in general in England, but so her hair should look kind of like this. And the bottom of her hair, but realistically here it's cutting off anyway, isn't it? Right, I need to make sure these hearts aren't ugly because they're ugly. I used a brush that was too thick. And now they're kind of ugly, so we're going to fix that and then move on to the next one. I hope this isn't too tedious for people. I was kind of worried people would not be entertained by hair coloring, but it needs to be done. I need to get the boring work out of the way as well so that we can get back on track because I've just, like I say, fallen behind with certain projects because of all the timed work I had to do. Like, I'm currently working on a commission piece as well, but that's not being streamed because I don't know if I have permission to or not. So that's a secret art that only commissioner person gets to see. Right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is the one that has the color change. That's the wrong color. I can't be bothered color changing. And I think I know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna risk having the line out for both the highlight and the shadow in the same color for once because I'm being lazy. And it's only me doing it, so it's not like I'm giving it to another animator, right? And they're like, ah, so this is all shadow. But it's not just like communication wise. It does make it easier to color in quicker, but these are quite simple shapes. So I'm thinking future me isn't gonna goof. We'll see. You will see. Hatsune Miku in Fortnite in 3 days, and Craig, like, don't worry, TikTok has been a problem even to me. I'm sorry you're also having problems with TikTok. At least we still have TikTok, unlike the Americans. Are they actually losing it yet, or has it been confirmed? Because I know America's threatened to take TikTok down before and then did nothing. So I also wouldn't be surprised if they change their mind and they're like, no, it's fine, we'll keep it. We'll keep the clock out. I don't see much news on the wildfires either for America. I know that problem's still ongoing. So Hatsune Miku got let into Fortnite. They gave her a pass. I remember they were complaining that they didn't want to give her a gun, last I heard, which is stupid. I think Hatsune Miku deserves a gun. And I did read somewhere though that she's not being put in Fortnite properly and it's just a stupid backpack Easter egg. Like, I guess it's still Miku reference, but it's nowhere near as cool as actually running around as Hatsune Miku. Because I saw a video where it was kind of like Elite and it was in some sort of weird roll up backpack thing, and then it had like straps to put on your shoulder. But I saw that there was a video where it was that and it was just on the floor in the corner in a house, which is disappointing compared to what I envisioned Fortnite Miku. Bagoki back again as I had to do laundry. Hey, that's totally valid. You should do laundry. You don't want to be a stinky poo. Like, even if you're just washing it with cold water in the sink, it's good for your own health and hygiene. It's good for other people around you that's sniffing you, self-esteem and all that. But then it also elongates the life of your garment. Because if it's just got build-up of debris, depending on what it is, it's gonna like end up stained and stuff. So, to be fair, very valid chore. Realistically, aren't all chores valid? Like, they all serve a purpose. It's just yucky. What's the worst chore? Scaly, you keep calling me Bagoki. Oh, I'm sorry, I do that sometimes. I remember one stream I kept calling Cryglitch somebody else. I'm sorry, Scaly. I'll call you Pinky Lemon instead. Cryglitch, someone please use magic to cure me. Oh, do you still have the sore throat? You're still feeling unwell today? Had, oof, you got diarrhea and the flu? I mean, the diarrhea is a symptom of flu, so I'm pretty sure it's a symptom of flu anyway. Yeah, so now you know why I had the sore throat. It was the flu. Rest up. Lots of fluids, like tons of fluids. Become a fish. But yeah, what's the worst chore for people? I think the chore I hate the most is Probably dishes. Because with laundry, it's a repetitive chore that always needs doing because, you're usually always wearing clothes. But it, like, one, you can get at a point where your laundry hamper is empty, and two, you at least get that moment when it comes to putting the laundry away, where you get like the nice clean smell of clothes, and that's quite nice. It's satisfying to take a chunk out of the laundry hamper and have stuff done. It's satisfying to have like nice clean laundry smell in your house. Even though with laundry it has so many different stages, like it's not just do one job like put stuff in the bin. It's separate the color, load the washer, wait for it to clean, hang it up, wait for it to dry, then put it away. Like that's a lot of time. But between it you can do other stuff. The chore I hate is also as constant as laundry, but what I deem worse, and it is dishes, like I say. They're always there. And no matter how hard I try to stay on top of the dishes, they're there. Because you can do all of the pots in the house cleaned, and then all you need to do is have one drink and boom, your work's undone. There's pots again. You gotta work on that. I hate that. Obviously they need doing, but it sucks. Skelly Neko. That's all right. It's going to be a mini battle pass with a regular Miku, and in the item shop there's going to be a Neko Miku. Oh. Nisty, hauling firewood kind of sucks, but all my chores are all right. Mm. I feel like if the firewood's kept outside, I feel like it's going to suck more as well, depending on the weather. Because you're like carrying something relatively heavy, and then if you're getting rained on, that's going to be smelly. Or like being in your warm house and being like, oh, I have to go out in the rain? Nice. Not. So yeah, that checks out. I know. I'm trying to think of other like chores. It's like other chores that take place. Like like cleaning a bathroom is never exactly fun. But when it comes to deep cleaning a bathroom, you don't need to do that every single day, which is why I don't think it ranks as high on worst chore as stuff like dishes, which just feels constant, especially if you're having a low mood day and it's like, ugh, get away from here with dishes. Oh, Squeaky, did you check Discord? Like sometimes chores are also dependent on perspective because sometimes cooking can feel like a chore. Most of the time it doesn't, it's just cooking and then you get tasty food. But sometimes it can definitely feel like work. And Magoki, hello, I've arrived. Hi, Magoki. Priglitch is Helioptil's fault. I just know it. Helioptile cursed you. Uzi Skibbity Sigma cheese. Skibbity cheese. Hmm. See, I know skibbity can be a word on its own and what it means on its own, but skibbity also has associations with a toilet, and I'm not sure how I feel about my brain making that connection and being like toilet cheese. That sounds awful. Actually, I might curve these towards the bottom a little bit so they like rotate along the bottom like this. So it just moves across for these two frames. Skelly, never do dishes, only eat ramen and store-bought food. I met somebody in university who had kind of a similar vibe where he was like, I don't want to do dishes at all. So rather than buying a dish set, he just had paper plates. So he exclusively had paper plates and plastic disposable cutlery. All he had. It worked. It did reduce the amount of dishes he had to do, but he still needed it for some things. He definitely washed something. Oh yeah, pots and pans. So it's like he definitely washed something because he was really responsible with cleaning. Like not only would he clean, wash, dry, and put away his stuff immediately, he'd also do stuff like wash the sink afterwards. Like he was very, very responsible with the cleaning. Very considerate of the mess he left behind or didn't leave behind. Misty, what does Jcrow mean anyway? And Jcrow, listen to The Little Green Valley by Marty Robbins. Spagoki, you highlighted my name in a message or something? Did I? There's no pinned comment. Did I? Astroblaze, upside down smile. What's the matter? Are you okay? Did I highlight your message? In like the comment section on something? Do you mean on like the recent upload to YouTube? I'm not sure what you mean. Skelly, it's a crow that has a J. It's not. I mean, yeah, it is actually. Sorry, yeah. It is. It's basically. Um so when I was a teenager, my cousin and I made comics and the abbreviations spell out Jcrow of the characters, JCAW, as what we were calling it at the time. And then one day we had like it was complete like ADHD brain jump to connections, or then again, potentially not. Um, but we noticed that Jacquard was basically caw, which is the noise a crow typically makes. You know, like the cat goes meow, the crow goes caw. But it has just a J in front of it. And then we came up with the idea for the Jcrow, which was basically a silly crow that mispronounces the car that would just appear in the background of comics and say Jakar instead of just car. When it came to making my first online account, so me and my cousin would make these comics and just keep them between ourselves. And then they encouraged me to like get online. And when it came to naming an account, I had no idea what to call it. So being silly, I was like, I'm just gonna name it after the silly bird and call it Jacrow. And yeah, it stuck. It was a unique enough username that I could just keep using it. And then recently, there's been like a really big popularity rise in bird names, especially crows. So a little bit less unique. But then again, still unique enough.
Hey, you.
Hi, Squeaky.
That's been fed?
No,
Have you been fed?
no. I don't want to eat while I'm live. I've tried that once before, and there just isn't room, and it's awkward, and it just went cold.
Cool. Uh, I'm certainly hungry.
Well, it can wait until normal eating time. It was just in case you were hungry.
I know, I was mentally.
So, for context, I pre-prepared food. It just kind of needs reheating because it's all been cooked now. So I was like, hey, if you're hungry after the stream, food is ready to eat if you want it now, you know? But Squeaky has also been out all day, so I didn't know. Jacau? No, not quite. And Uzi, hi, I'm here. Hi, Uzi. Astro Blaze, I'm good. I'm just ill. Oh no. Have you got the flu also? Flu Astro Blaze? Did you catch it off Helioptile as well? Bagoki, oh no, I just thought it was a terrible segregation law in America that was a thing last century, very similar to the name Jcrow. What? No. I would never intentionally be making something. racist or bigoted in any way. Oh gosh, that would be very alarming. I don't know how I'd feel if I was watching a streamer for a while and then all of a sudden they were like, "Hey, I'm an ass." I'd be like, "Excuse you? Excuse you?" No. You don't need to worry about that. It's literally a bird. You know the logo in the top left corner of the screen? That's the Jcrow. That's it. That is the Jcrow. That's the bird. It's had a bit of a redesign, but that's the bird. Oh, I've messed up on this piece of hair. This needs to be lower. Excuse you? Fix all this real quick. Also, I'm alarmed by the use of the word century. That's not very long ago. Centuries aren't as far back in the past as people like to think. Like, don't get me wrong, it's definitely not like, you know, now. It's not like it's yesterday. But when people hear words like century, I feel like they're often associated with being like way back in the day sort of things, and like usually, no. It won't let me color in so I can find the gap. Skelly, Crow the peak name. Astral Blaze, something like that. I've been off work for the past couple of days. Uzi says maybe take a cough drop, and Bagoki says it's the Jim Crow laws. I'll fight Jim Crow. They are not the true Jcrow. I am the real Jcrow. They're an imposter, and we should hang them at the stake.
I think you mean send them out the airlock.
Pardon?
I think you mean send them out the airlock.
Out the airlock they go.
They're an imposter.
Exactly. Racists get sent out the airlock.
I'm pretty sure they'll actually get acquitted. And get found guilty and then go, yeah, no, let's not give him any punishment.
Stinky. Bagoki, the law was abolished 60 years ago. Should have been sooner. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like 60 years ago isn't that far. That's not very. That's pretty recent, you know? So I agree. I agree with the comment of should have been done sooner. Right, so I've messed up with this hair detail a little bit, so we just need to mess with that a bit. Like my grandparents were 10 at a time, kinda. I know there's an image, there's a photo of a little girl trying to go to school, and there's a bunch of people screaming at her, and she needed like guards to get to school, little black girl. And she was the first black person to actually get an education, at least in America. At least I'm pretty confident it's an American photo. Um, the concept here is that the people screaming at that little girl in that photo are like, there's some of them might still be alive today. Easily, they could still be alive today. So it's like that's this all that segregation and all that racism and stuff. I feel like history likes to try and make it painted as if it's old ancient history, and it's really not. I forgot that these frames need the separation, like the wiggly color transition section. So we're going to fix that. Fortunately, it's only like a couple of frames this time. One, two, three. Like, okay, if you put a black line in the middle of a ponytail, it becomes a Pokeball. Pokeball hair. With the button and the shine. And then out jumps Pikachu. No, not out jumps Pikachu. Out jumps Cryglitch's favorite Pokemon in the world. A Helioptile from memory. There it is. I already forgot what its legs look like. It looks kind of like a little dog. There you go, Helioptile. It looks like a dog with a towel on its head. Terrible. Misty, Jcrow song recommendation. Are you reminding me to try your song recommendation, or are you asking me for a song recommendation? So I do need to, I haven't put your song recommendation in yet. Here you go. Okay, so that should be her hair ready, and then, damn, we made pretty good time on it so far. One move. Yeah, that works. So let's go take your song recommendation, shall we? The Little Green Valley by Marty. The Little Gun. Oh, that is it. Okay, I thought it was the wrong one. Got it. Reminding you were. Right, it's not Helioptile. Traumatizing. I've also got up to 7 likes on the video, so thank you everybody for that. And I'll just quickly check the Q&A. Recommendations for the backgrounds include Death, Cheese, and Helioptile. I'm trying to like visualize one. Okay, but what if I actually call the bluff and actually manage to incorporate all those things in the background? You get a dead Helioptile that's eating cheese. He ate poison cheese, perished. Glitch, I totally didn't put Helioptile. Yeah, why would you put Helioptile? Why would you? Obviously. Clearly it had to be somebody else. Like it's not like Helioptile is your enemy personally. Could have been anyone. Now if it was personally your enemy, then maybe I'd be suspicious that it was you. Thank you, Squeaky. Oops, I keep clearing in that bottom section. I don't need to do that. See, now I'm like satisfying like the lip syncing a lot more satisfying. It's definitely more entertaining when you get to at least draw them, but at the same time it's like also compared to bigger movements. It's one of them where it's like it's a bit boring because it's more technical, but can look really satisfying once you're done. So it's both satisfying and also kind of meh. Here you go. Cry glitch. I totally didn't put. No, don't kill it. What if he's made of cheese? Would that count as perishing? Then he'd have an expiration date because he's got cheese. Nisty, have you tried your new sewing machine yet? You mentioned you got a sewing machine for Christmas. Have you had an opportunity to try it? Are you going to make a Helioptile plushie and send photos to Cryglitch of it? And be like, look, Helioptile. You're going to mass produce Helioptile. I'm just filling in the orange at the bottom of her hair. Is that the right colour? Apparently. Just didn't quite look it for a moment. Do the highlights next. I think it just looks darker because it's next to the darker pink, I guess. One, two, three. Oop. Ah. It's like on the one hand I'm like, yay, another scene done. I keep wanting to be like, I've nearly done with the spooky dance stuff. And then I remember that this like I think I'm about halfway through the spooky dance stuff. There we go. Okay, and I'm not sure if we actually see any of the bit that needs shading again. Yeah, we do. Okay, I think that's all the hair. So I think that's Mimi animated. I think that's all of her. That's all we need. Hit save. Lissy, I can't say the name of the clock app. It censors it. Really? You can't type TikTok. I shall test. All one word? TikTok? I can. TikTok separate? I can. I'll get rid of it because I just don't want like I get like a fluorescent yellow name tag next to my thing if I post, and I'm like, get out of here, you know? It's Kelly. Pocket Watch is banned in Pokemon. Oh, space though? No space though. And Misty, oh, I can say it now. And you sewed a couple of back patches a bit ago. Nice. Craiglich, I have to go. I don't feel well. Bye bye. Bye, Craiglich. I hope you feel better. Especially after a little rest. So let's see. For the background, we've got death, cheese, and helioptile. So, well, how are we incorporating that? Well, we do. Hmm. So I was also debating doing something animated in the background too. I've got over an hour left, and I'm like, oh, what? But she's done. No, wait, no. She's missing the horns. That's it. I kind of can't be bothered right now. Oh, and Jcrow, Nisty, you posted on TikTok. Do you want me to check? I'll leave you guys with the animation. I'll take a little sneak peek. I think there is a channel on Discord to share video links to. I was searching Nisty and hoping you oh, Nisty Karan. I don't have a keyboard to do the accents on the O and the A, so I'm just gonna hope it works regardless. It worked! Better call Saul. Kitty! What? Oh, no kitty. Actually, it's very scenic, actually. It's very cool. Like all the art on the wall and stuff is actually very cool. But also, where did the cat go? Where did the cat go? Cat, 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 cat. Cat, cat, cat. Hate a cat! Okay, that counts. That counts. That was a hate a cat plushie. You like really cool decorations, to be honest. So, like, Nisty's posted like a room tour. I don't know what audio's on it because it's muted. Because honestly, whenever I load TikTok on my laptop, it for some reason maximizes the volume, and I'm wearing headphones, and I don't want murder in my ears. Skylar, time for my monthly Blue Sky check. Yippee! I keep forgetting to post on Blue Sky. Okay, so we're gonna want photo. No, not After Effects. Go where you. After Effects is like a side up, right? It's always Photoshop, Animate, I choose you, and then After Effects is like me. Actually, no. Premiere is like me. I don't need Premiere. Premiere I need for very little. Premiere I use for putting down videos. So like if I don't know, I filmed a I filmed a speed draw, for example, and decided to chop out a section. I'll chop all that out and put together the video and reduce the time so it's like an hour might be 2 minutes. I'll shorten the video speed and cut out stuff in Premiere, and that's all I use it for. Any other video editing goes to After Effects. Misty, I gotta draw Hater Cat more. Agree. Okay, let me just check what the screen capture is on. Where is Photoshop there? Photoshop! Yippee! So in theory, I could reuse backgrounds, but that also feels boring, you know? It feels like boring or lazy. For example, here we have the graveyard wheel design. So this is all parts of the background, okay. Um, I'll dump that all in a folder. I don't know why I still have them. I'll probably end up deleting them, but yeah. So in theory, if I make this screenshot of Mimi bigger, mm, and just she's just here for size reference now. But like a quick this, like I could just animate her in the graveyard, and to be honest, that'd probably work. Ah, I've just noticed a bit I've missed the colour on. Aha. Your life as an animator, if you pursue animation, is going to be filled with multiple exports of the same piece of animation. Because sometimes it's just bits that you don't notice aren't coloured or are wrong until you export it and then go, huh, need fix that. Skelly, he was a skater cat. He said, see you later, cat. Alligator. How was your monthly Blue Sky checkup, Skelly? Misty, the clip of one of my isopods running is good. I did, yeah, a little guy just went for a scurry. My brain literally went, ah, it's a spider. No, it's not. Okay. Okay, you're allowed. I give you a pass. It's just a little guy. Right. See, I know I did something in a previous animation meme where for the lip sync I just animated like a little cat Colby running across the screen. And I was wondering about doing something kind of like that too. I'm really unsure. Right, so death. Let me just get that back real quick. The Helioptile is definitely an epic gamer chair. Okay, I was like, okay, I have a concept. I have a concept I could work with. An epic gamer chair. Terrible, terrible. Wait, this is the wrong software. It's also positioning things so that it's visible even though she's moving across the screen so much. So like she takes up quite a lot of screen. Right, idea. I'm just gonna get a photo of a street to position it and see if we can like use that as an example. I just googled the word photo because I'm an idiot. Let's look at some terraced house as a reference, please. Oh, perfect. Yeah, something like that. Face forward. Okay, concept. We could literally. I'm just going to use a photo as a placeholder to see. I'm not drawing all that and then finding out that it's too cluttered for the scene. I think that could work at that positioning. Make it longer just to fit the screen. Something like this. Okay, and then we can also trick or treat up the houses. For example, Helioptile here. Being like, hi, Cry Glitch, I'm your best friend. Welcome. Come to my house in the window. You know, that sort of concept might work. But it might also be a lot of work, and I think a lot of it would be, well, it would be a lot of work, and a lot of it is covered up by her moving around. Because I know her head starts around here, and then bounces to around here, and then moves to where it is currently. So she'd be covering up most of it. That's Blaze. Really liked your latest meme, by the way. Thank you. It was actually quite satisfying to animate. Well, not animate, wrong word again. To program and draw because I don't know, it was very satisfying to draw. And then the motion tween for swirling and working with the timing, it's just like something about getting something done in 2 hours and then having it edited and just like scheduled for upload that quick was like, I feel like I started and completed a project in the same day. That's quite satisfying. I don't want to do backgrounds right now though. But I don't know what else to do. For some reason, I've just suddenly got the urge to draw hot air balloons. I'm like, can I incorporate hot air balloons somehow? That could be interesting. I just realized, damn, wish I could do that. Well, all the stuff, all the assets for it were animated on the live stream. Like, I've genuinely been tempted to do another one, but I don't want to overdo it. I don't want people to be bored. And I also don't know which characters I'd really use next. I don't know where to put her. File, new. Watch this. Where's fine, A5. We'll have a teeny weeny stinky poopy little canvas. Fine. Okay. Hatsune Miku hot air balloon. Hatsune Miku hot air balloon. No, because it's gonna end up like Cursed Junji Ito. Like that hot air balloon Junji Ito. Would it end up being like that? Or would it end up being like just a regular balloon with like leak patterns? That is an awful leak. You just put boring leak patterns on it. Pen color hideous. Page color also hideous. Pretty squeaky. Misty, when are we playing Pirate Wars on Roblox? I don't know what Pirate Wars on Roblox is, so that's hurdle number one. Okay, I'm gonna watch this. Let's go. One new mention. Why are you mentioning me? Where am I looking? Yes, here. Hi, Pebble. Yes, hello. Pebble, distracting me is not helping. And you've eaten like twice. No, I'll leave her here. I was like, I want to do requests, and then I was like, but the canvas isn't cooperating. I'm just kind of like, huh. Let's look at some Halloween themes, shall we? I want to animate, but I'm out of animation. Like, Mimi is usually in graveyards. Could go for like a Halloween, like Halloween party theme. Something funky with like a moon. If we have like big moon for contrast. Uh, how was I drawing trees recently? Big tree. I'm just gonna do a squibble for now because I'm unsure. So a moon can definitely be used to create an interesting color difference around them. Like if we round off the clouds, I know it's looking a little bit more tree shaped, but I'm trying to get the curve correct. Center it around her well enough. And potentially some perspective breeze. I'm going to black out with a thicker brush just to get some perspective going. Squeaky Clean commented on a video. What? Yeah, see, I think my cat just farted. Your cat knows that they're a superstar now on TikTok, so they know they're just chilling. Kind of like that, but that tree specifically is hideous. To be honest, I think a simple background like that on its own does work. It's just a shame with the upward sky perspective means that I'm not getting to draw extra details like flowers on the ground. But I feel like that should ultimately work pretty well. Nisty Jcrow, actually everyone, listen to what I just sent on Discord. Should I be concerned? Everyone listen to Discord. Hmm. Okay, I will pause the music on currently. Let's go. Let's go to Discord. Let's go to music. Okay, well, at first I saw that graphic and I thought it was going to be Arctic Monkeys. But then I realized it doesn't look like a cat. It's like, who's Darius? But yeah, I was tempted to do more bitter chocolate decoration memes because it was just like quite satisfying to do. But again, I'm like, don't overdo it, you know? Oh, we could put a face in the moon. So let's look at some good pumpkin faces. I can definitely put a pumpkin in the moon. Who's Darius? Misty, how do you find these songs? Is she just singing about Darius? Is that everything? I think she's looking for Darius. Wow, Pebble has super zoomies. Misty, you don't know Darius? King Darius? No, I don't. I've never met a Darius in my life. I've met a cringe character with a similar name in games. I like the idea if someone's like, I'm gonna make a song. I'm just gonna say Darius a lot. Okay, so I like some of these jagged pumpkin mouths that have like a blend of pointy and like smooth areas in the teeth. Maybe? Because I know I'm very prone to making cuter pumpkins. Something kind of like this. Like inconsistent and jagged. But yeah, I'm very biased to making cute pumpkin faces. It just happens. I immediately want to make them cuter. And like, oh. So I'm looking at pumpkins, it's like angular shapes obviously are one. And that one was like really big pointy. I could do like smaller eyes, will probably look scarier as well. Like it doesn't have to be like horror. It just has to be like not like, Jack where it's like, it's not what I'm going for. But he's cute, but it's not what I want right now. So it's not gonna be a giant pumpkin, it's gonna be the moon, but rather than drawing craters on the moon, I'm gonna do the spooky face like a jack-o'-lantern. The real question is when the spooky dance animation memes are completed, do I just wait until October to share them again, or do we post them late? Because I do have like Halloween and like spooky themes in general in my work, so it wouldn't be too offbeat to share Halloween stuff or Halloween or spooky themes. Yeah, I think like more soft shapes. not soft shave, less soft shape, sorry, and more pointy areas. So we get like a bit of a spooky moon pattern, and I'll blend that in with it a bit more. Oh, the battery isn't checked in. Check Discord, make haste, but you might Darius me again. Okay, 1 minute. Let's go. Where are you finding this music, Nisty? I'm gonna get Darius. I can tell. Oh, there's no Darius. Unless. Oh, it's an account. Irisa or Iris and King Darius on TikTok. King Darius is real? I thought you were memeing. Only cat, hey, it's me, love. Hi. Okay. I'll have a look for context afterwards. I don't want to open live streams while I'm actively live streaming. I don't want to create like a loop. Hello. We were doing animations today. Well, I've gotten through quite a bit of it. I'm currently working on a background for her. I can show the actual animation if you give me a moment. I'll swap the camera from Photoshop, the screen capture, to Adobe Animate. So this is the animation we've completed today. And yeah, I'm just currently working on a background for it. And then this section, which is a lip sync, will be completed, and I'll be able to move on to other parts of the meme to get it finished. In fact, whilst that's playing, I'll make a hi Pebble. Hello, baby. Oh, I can't see. Oh, your paws are chilly. What? Cold? Oh, baby. Oh, where have you been? Where have you been? Why are your paws so cold? Have you been? I know what he's been doing. He does this thing where he pushes his paws against the window and then comes in and cries that he's chilly and warms up, and then he runs and pushes his paws on the cold window and sulks back over to also be like, I'm cold again. He is a kitten. He is a baby catty. Will you, baby? Like, he's not a teeny weeny kitten. He's still kitten stage. He's just a bit of a bigger one. So he's still stupid and wants attention all the time. Don't you, baby? Teeny weeny baby cat. He's stoopy. Ah, what was the poll gonna be? I had an idea. I knew I was gonna put something in the poll, and now I can't remember. Only Cat Dan looks so good. You're really talented. How you been, by the way? And sorry, I was at school. You don't have to apologize for being in school. Thank you, though. Oh, I remember. I was gonna ask. Pebble, I can't see. Pick a pose. I've been pretty good New Year. Not really a lot has happened, considering it is only a couple of weeks into January. Been doing busy work, I think. But stream's been fun. We've posted a bit of Choco animation meme that we did on live yesterday too. I'm making a poll now asking if I should wait till October to share the spooky dance animation or post it early. Post it when it's done or wait till spooky month. Because I can wait, but I could also, just post it when it's done. It's Evelina. Hi, it's Evelina. Have you ever played Speed Draw? I have. We've been playing Speed Draw recently on the channel quite a bit. Mm. So far we've already got a vote on to post it when it's done. I'm gonna move the screen capture back over to Photoshop. Because as soon as this has a background, it's just one more section that's completed, you know? But I've been playing Speed Draw, and I had an idea for potential longer format video that would use potentially in Speed Draw. I have an idea anyway. For like art challenges, but different types of art challenges I was thinking of doing on the channel anyway, but I've had an idea for one that also involves speed draw. But I have been playing it a lot recently with followers and people in chat. So I want the clouds to look really kind of loose, almost melty. Oh, Regeki, that's stinky. Holy cat, you could join booth games and ask people to draw their avatar. That sounds interesting. What are booth games? Is that also on Roblox? It's Evelina. Oh, speed draw is super fun, although the voting is getting quite unfair now. Oh, are people doing the thing where they want to win so they vote low? I know that tactic. That cloud is too melty. It doesn't look like a cloud. How did I do it on the other one? It's like a good blend of. That's better, I guess. Nisty. Ain't no one wanting to wait. Only cat you could join the booth games. Astro Blaze, I kind of make an Arcana you for my Fangan, but I don't know who to make who. It's Savlina, Nisty, Rio, we're impatient. I'm sorry it took so long to get back on it. I don't think it'll be too much longer now. I'll definitely get animation memes done faster in future if I actually plan them more efficiently first. But my plan is to I'm gonna like get Squeaky Clean to give it a listen and tell me what he thinks. Because there's a couple of blanks in the song that I need to fill out. I'm imagining I'm hoping to get the Spooky Month animation meme finished in February. It's my big plan. Good job.
There is
So,
nothing scarier than finding out February.
February.
Yeah.
Okay, so this again, we do not need to fill this center of the background too much because we will be losing all that detail. That's why I always import a screenshot of my illustration or like a screenshot of a still when illustrating backgrounds every time because I'm not doing all that and then finding out that I've spent ages on a detail that just got completely covered up. So one of the things I would recommend in that sense is to find a screenshot of your character at a point where they are taking up the majority of the canvas. So like if they're holding a frame that's taking up most canvas, you want to know what that's covering. If they are only in that pose for a minute, but they're in a different pose for most of it, you want to go for the one that's the most. And yeah, plan accordingly. I'm gonna start by getting the blues. Ooh, that is definitely too much. A little bit later. Astro Blaze, our only cat. Oh, sorry, what days of the week do you stream? Yes, Astro Blaze is right. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday between 8 and 10. But it is GMT actually. So I'm just making a really messy. So this is going to be put with a blur filter to create a base to the sky. Or at least the first base to the sky. So we're going to go into filters and the blur gallery. Nope, we're going to go into the regular blur section. There it is. Because why would it be in the blur gallery? So what this does is rather than using the brush tool, it helps create a nice smooth blur. Which usually has less pixelation. Although I'm looking here and I feel like I'm seeing pixelation. So what's going on there? I might have to close and reopen the canvas just to stop it doing that. because the pixel ratio should be fine. But yeah, we stream regularly, and usually if I can't make a stream, I will make a post to community page saying why I can't. Usually, if I can't make a stream, it's because the taxis just didn't make it through the traffic in time. Okay, we're gonna go with that, I think. And we're gonna start by having a nicely colored moon. Spooky. Let's see if Lena, is there any art trades or memes right now? I kind of want to do one. Um, Bitter Choco Decoration is a meme that I just did. So if you go to my YouTube Shorts, the most recent one, that's pretty low effort to do and pretty effective. If you click on the audio on it, it'll show you other examples of the meme. But it's basically just the spinning bit. You don't even have to do a fully colored illustration. You don't even have to do full line art. A lot of people are just doing a black and a white sketch of a character or two different characters, putting them on a page that is black and white in reverse, and then you make them spin. Oh, the battery! It's gonna die. Yeah, only cat. What have you been up to? It's Elena. Have you been doing any more art recently as well? Oh, you've seen them once? You're gonna try one? Nice. Good luck. Which characters are you gonna do? Are they gonna be OCs or are they gonna be canon? Okay, so how should we go about this? There should be perhaps general color on the moon, like just some general shading. And then I want to work the face into shadow. I don't want it to have like strict line art like that. And I can probably do some little craters on it too. But if we make the craters avoid big open parts with the face details, I mean. Fun fact, this moon is actually blue, not grey. Can you tell? Hmm. Nisty, I gotta turn some rabbits into jerky someday. Waiting for a full moon for visibility? You make it sound like you're hunting were-rabbits. What? You're waiting for a full moon to hunt the rabbits? Oh no. You're gonna use silver bullets. Please don't perish. If one bites you, you'll become a were-rabbit. Because Evelina, maybe a fandom thing? Or my OCs. Because, or maybe my hamsters. Wait, that's cute. Do one with Pebble and Regeki. That could be cute. Do I Pebble and Regeki them? Sake of it, I think that's if we make that a slightly softer edge. I'm not sure about the cell shading on it. It'll probably look better once the moon's got better color. So let's just keep going. Misty, you're hunting jackalopes. Jackalopes and were-rabbits. You're gonna get. I hear that a good way to catch were-rabbits is cheese. It's a Wallace and Gromit reference, actually. And I will be working the line art to the crater face thing soon. And then it won't be as sharp because, like, obviously it looks really bad with the line art currently. We're going to color that. I'm like, it's going to be a trust the process, but also experiment with the process, I think. Skelly cheese, Nisty, jerky is so expensive that I want to make it myself. Jerky is just salted, dried, cured meat, right? You have jackalope jerky. That's probably not good. I don't know how good or bad cryptid meat is for you. What if you eat it and you turn into Mothman? That'd be quite shocking. Then again, I reckon Mothman can totally get away with robbing a grocery store and then you get unlimited jerky.
Yep.
Sounds like the cats are trying to break in into the kitchen again. Nothing unusual there. Okay, so one example for... Oop, I didn't want it all grey. But for the line out on some of the moon would be that. And I'll tidy it up in a moment. I was going to put a lighter colour on the outside of the moon to make it look a bit more glowy. We'll tidy up all that colouring in a moment. So it's looking a bit more like it glows now. And I'll add some extra layers beneath it to further enhance the concept that the moon is glowing. So I need to neat up all these little edges where it's just not coloured it fully. Misty, oh yeah, I know Mothman, we're pals. Send Mothman to the shop for you for jerky. Mothman gets a discount. I know this because I know I wouldn't front with Mothman. If I was working a grocery store and Mothman flew in and was like, I'm taking this, I'd be like, of course you are, yeah. Absolutely you're taking that. You're welcome. I'm not fighting with Mothman. Have fun, enjoy that item. I ain't arguing. Okay, got a little. That is now an even bigger spot that has been ruined thanks to myself. Just all these little neating areas. Honestly, so rude. Skelly, can't use my Xbox since I update, so I gotta draw. So I guess I'll draw Holly. Totally horrible knot. Holly from Breaking Bad. Draw Skater Cat from Breaking Bad. I like Holly. I've drawn Holly on the channel before. It was one of the first characters I drew for the Christmas giveaways. So like I drew a bunch for those who don't know, I drew a bunch of OCs over December as Christmas gifts for subscribers and people in chat. Now, how do I want to add any sort of shading to this really? Because I could, but I'm unsure whether it'd look good. So we're gonna just do it to one eye, zoom out and see how I feel about it. So like I could add shading to part of the moon. I'm not really sure it's necessary considering though. Right, for the sake of consistency, let's look at some other art I've done for this. And take a look at the colour I've been putting in the clouds. Oh, they've definitely varied. I've not actually drawn clouds yet, I don't think. Nope, nope. Then I was like, these things in the background might be clouds. They are not clouds. Nope, I've accidentally closed the stream, so I can't see what the poll's at. It's just a moon. Very Halloween. But we do have a vote on Wait Till Spooky Month, but you are only 12% versus 88% at 8 votes. Misty. Hablo 9 español. You're not speaking Espanol. Walter White, you and Misty, do you know that Holly was actually controlling Walter? And Uzi, hi. Hi, Uzi. Craiglich had to go. Wasn't feeling well, but hopefully with a bit of rest he'll feel better. Tomorrow? Tonight? Yesterday? When is the best time to feel better, if not instantly? Okay, so we definitely would have like darker blue on the underside of the clouds. I'll put some pretty stars in this too. And the clouds are going to be lighter towards the moon. There's obviously lights reflecting off that. And we'll add a little bit of an extra highlight to these to try and make them fluffier. I'm going to go with something like that for now. Also, Astro Blaze, I noticed that you said you were wanting to do an arcane AU for your characters, but you don't know who's who. Will you be making like content for it, like writing or something? I don't know enough of your characters' personalities to help. I know your character's aesthetics more, but aesthetic doesn't quite make the cut necessarily, you know? Be like, oh, well, aesthetically, this person could be Jinx because they both have blue hair, but that feels like kind of a lame excuse. It's like, oh, it's just the hair color. And it's like, be more. I can't be more creative. But I don't want to just be like, has pink hair, so obviously it's Vi, and it's like, no, that's a letdown. That's a boring answer, you know? I mean, realistically, you do have sibling characters, right? So using their dynamic that way would probably be more interesting in that regard. I suppose, no, I'm not making Rinka Jinx. Exactly. Because it's like, just because they've got, and then like Nina's got pink hair, and it's like, yeah, but going off appearances sometimes can work, but boring answer, definitely. Well, say I don't know a lot about your characters' personalities. I know how they look. I don't want to give boring answer. You know what really sucks is past me prepared a nutritious, healthy curry for dinner that just needs reheating later, and it's a good job because I'm now currently here like, I want pizza. Me want pizza now, and it's like, well, unfortunately for you, Asked you already prepared food while they could be bothered cooking properly. So many like just little floof details to the cloud. Oh, Pebble trying to get in the kitchen. You know, Pebble has been so actively seeking food today that he has managed to con extra food out of both of us.
This little. I'm
Bundle
not
of
saying
oh,
that.
Regeki.
This one got
Bundle
a
of joy.
chicken nugget off the side.
You little bastard!
No, 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 no. You ain't getting out of this cuddle bastard.
How dare you! He acquired chicken nugget. Oh, I bet Pebble's jealous of that. Like they've managed to con. They've had breakfast already. They've had lunch. Have you give them tea?
Yeah.
And they've had the dinner too.
Yeah.
So they've had all three proper meals and they've conned snacks too.
Yeah. The little bastard is not getting a treat when it was here.
How dare he? How dare he?
And
My chicken nuggets.
you know what? We're gonna get fucking steroid stuff out and proper scrub that bastard. He's getting the big clean
Yeah, Regeki
nutrients.
has an ear infection, so he not only needs ear drops, he has a wash, like a steroid liquid solution that we have to wash the ear with too. He stole my chicken nugget! Absolutely diabolical, how dare you. He did look really cute when he was being held up though, and he was like, this one stole chicken nugget. And he was like being held kind of like hands. And Regeki, it was Regeki, not Pebble. He was like this. And then his legs were like this, and you could see his paws. He looked really goofy. He was like this, like tail. And then these were like Squeaky's hands holding him. He was holding him at me like this one, he stole a chicken nugget, not a bot. Skelly, luckily it was on my pinky. What? You got a paper cut? Oh, I hate paper cuts. They suck. It's like paper cuts have no right hurting as much as they do for how little damage they cause. Paper cuts have some audacity causing that much pain for such an insignificant little injury, you know? Like, why is it doing that? Can you not?
Are you in there tonight?
Yeah.
Say no now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Astro Blaze. Oh, Venom Shank, hello on Discord. Yes. I feel like I've not seen you out in ages, Venom Shank. How have you been, by the way?
Shanking.
I'm coloring clouds. Let's see. Astro Blaze. I'm debating whether to make them closest to their canon personalities or the canon dynamics. For example, Nina is closest to Jinx personality-wise, but has no sibling. I could use the canon siblings for Jinx and Vi, but the personalities don't match. I know I'm overthinking this, but right now, this matters to me. Actually,
Realistically, the personality of the two fighting siblings being the two fighting siblings.
let's just check it out.
Yeah. You just make one of them fall for an authority figure. Oh, that one woman that was always wearing a suit, maybe. Uh, that, or you make her the princess. That turns into the Black Rose, because then she also has the love interest, who is then the guy with the hammer.
Oh, man.
Yes. I don't remember enough characters to really name everyone. Uh, on either side, make the clown girl. Uh, who's the Vi's love interest? Can't remember her name.
The,
Blue-haired one.
yeah.
Yeah. I want to say Elizabeth.
I feel like I remember it being like something kind of like unimpressive, considering other names are like Jinx and stuff. You got character named like Jinx and Powder. I remember Vi's girlfriend has a rather plain name compared to other characters.
It feels like if a Japanese person had to name an English person kind of name,
Just called Bob. I don't know.
like Elizabeth,
Yeah, just like a
Amaranthia.
Elizabeth will do. Um, Caitlyn. She's Caitlyn. Yeah,
She comes with a theme tune.
I don't get it.
But it's a song.
I don't get it.
So,
Okay. But yeah, Caitlyn, like compared to the other games in Arcane, other names in Arcane, in general, I think Caitlyn's kind of plain comparatively. My only experience with the genre and the lore in the world is literally through Arcane, so I can't speak for other characters. But I think yeah, because it's like we've got a guy in there called things like Echo as well.
mhm.
So there's quite a few interesting ones, and then you just got Caitlyn, and it's like, did you just like give up on naming when you got to her, or what? Like, no offense to people called Caitlyn, it is a really pretty name. It's a very elegant name. But again, Echo, Jinx, Vi.
Cool. This one is Victor.
If you're gonna start just random, don't just start randomly naming off characters. You're gonna confuse everyone, including me. Squeaky's looking at a thing with all your characters with all the names on it.
Oh, obviously,
That was aimed at Astra Blaze, sorry. Oh yeah, and Venom Shank said there was art on Discord. I'm gonna see.
the child who can't talk,
No, he can talk.
the one of Jinx adopts.
Oh, the one Jinx adopts, okay.
Um,
You know the little kid that ends up that Jinx is like older sibling to for half of the last second season? Petition to make that your Monokuma. Oh, Whip. So, Venom Shank, you're trying out a more anatomically accurate style. It's definitely a proportion change to what you're usually doing. I think it's looking pretty good. I like how you've drawn the hair and the fluff and the collar. I really like how you're drawing the fluff. Very pretty.
Picking one of these two for Echo.
Win after Blaze. You think Shigiri and Reina are already going to be Jason Victor? I think Reina is the one in the suit.
That one.
And yeah, and then the other guy is the one in a blue suit.
That one.
Yeah.
No, no. Victor should be
Oh, they actually like each other as a couple. That's probably why they're being picked. But yes, sorry, we're gonna like this. There isn't a lot of context for anyone else.
because Jace is interested in someone in the show. He's not like attracted to Victor, he just cares about him. So Victor should be uh, K Kai. Kai?
Hi.
Yes, that should be Victor because Victor is the one that is injured and needs helping. And Co should be this one whose name says yet to be named.
Yet to be named.
Yes,
That's
because
great.
like they're the ones that enjoy the whole flying about and stuff. Echo likes to fly,
Oh
Vic
yeah,
likes to
actually.
fly. That or the one in the wheelchair because they both use technology to get around.
Yeah. Mochi Berry Arts. Hi, hi, Mochi Berry. We did some animation today, but I finished it, so I'm doing background for that piece of animation. It's for the spooky dance animation I was putting together, and that ended up on hold in favor of some other projects. But I have time, and now I'm working on them. Hi, Pebble. Still thinking about how pleased Rageki's gonna have felt when that he got that chicken nugget, though. He's gonna have been proper chuffed, proper happy about it.
Imagine how pleased he's going to be,
I bet he
like waiting
bragged
for
to
his
Pebble.
treat afterward after he gets his ear cleaned. He's gone, oh yeah, now I get a treat, and he's got, where's my treat?
Where's my treat? Stop. No, we still need to give him his treat though, because he don't. Like your treat was chicken nugget, actually.
I'll give him less of it then.
Less of it. He already shares it with.
Yeah, Pebble gets a little chunk, and then Regeki gets the most, but like, I'm gonna give Pebble more than I normally do.
Venom Shot. There's more. There's more art on Discord. Where?
Mm.
I did see the art. I've seen and commented on the art you shared to Work in Progress. Mochiberry Arts. The reason why I changed my name instead of Mochi Stars Arts is my IRL bestie. Me and my IRL bestie are doing matching profiles, where she's blueberry and I'm strawberry. Oh, that's cute. Are you going to be matching forever? Is it the new branding theme, or is it like a temporary thing?
You just get that one friend that's like, I want to join, and it becomes Cherryberry.
Cherry berry.
It's like they got the spirit, just not the idea.
We can all be different berries.
Can I be Pineapple Berry?
Yeah, I guess.
It's a Pokemon.
You can do whatever you want. It'll be your channel.
Can I be Squeaky Clean?
Yeah, definitely be squeaky clean. She's blueberry and I'm strawberry. Yes. So I'm hiding some different colors inside the line art to this. Like blues and like slight greenish tint to some of it.
I was doing that. Absolutely.
Just add like little fleeting bits of color. I like to do this with clouds, and I will make it more or less noticeable depending on the illustration. But I like to add colored line art in different shades because it just adds like a nice sense of, I don't know, it just adds more color to the illustration. I don't know what it's doing, but I like it. I really like to put hot pink in, but I think that would stand out a bit too much in this situation. Then when we zoom out, it just has like a nice subtle extra bit of color. I do need to make sure to tidy up the edges as well on them. And then we can add some stars. What's your stars arts? How are you doing? Doing good, really busy. Thank you. Trying to do some concept art. Ooh. What's your concept art for? OC work? I have an idea for doing like Jack and Colby comics again, and I'm like, I need to commit. I need to commit to. I can't do comics and animations, but also, why not? Okay, so it's just a little bit on these two where it's not blended. There and there. I don't think this one has that problem. Okay, we just need stars now. So I do stars in different ways. One version of it is, oops. One version of it is like I'll do a mixture of not hard brushes, of drawn star shapes combined with dots. So it's like little detailed ones in different sizes and little less detailed ones. Um, the Donald Troller, do mountains under the drawing. Mountains under the drawing. Mountains could actually look interesting, actually. It might give it more depth. What we're doing currently is a background for a piece of animation, so a lot of details might be hidden through the character when she's moving. I do have a screenshot of her to keep that in mind. So a lot of pieces when she's moving around the screen, when she's animated, going to be covered. So even if it's a great idea, there is a chance that depending on where it goes, it wouldn't be seen anyway. Can definitely look into some mountains though, because that could be an interesting ad. How are you doing, the Donald Troller? Venom Shank, hey, hey, read my previous message, please. I did, I saw the art in Discord. Or did you share more art again? Oh, you did, you showed it? Oh, they are cute. The little swirl on their head. They're so pretty.
So a little trick I learned, if like you're in a live stream and chat's moving quite quickly,
Mm-hmm.
if they don't read your message, just send it again. It makes it easier for you because then they actually read your message and easier for them because they're not having to look for it.
Mm, that's true. But yeah, I want to this method where we duplicate some of them, we resize them, we move them around the canvas, and then we slowly start to build up something. I want different sizes of the detailed star to coincide with the randomly placed other ones that I'll be doing. Mochi Stars, you're doing an OC for a fandom, which is an avatar of the last airbender. You've shown her a while back. Ah, yeah, I remember her. And also the art that you posted on Instagram you're super proud of, where you did the two characters interacting. It's super cute. I'll need to take a look at Instagram then. I've not been on Instagram as much recently. I kind of took a big step back from Instagram in general, even though I started working again, because I was like, do I really want to jump back into Instagram with the AI training that they're using our work for? It just kind of put me off. Because it's like, on the one hand, trying to get your art seen as an artist, on the other hand, AI, just handing my stuff over to AI doesn't sound great. So I was starting to get some pretty looking star effects. I'm going to make them all a bit smaller because they're still a bit chunky. So I want to position enough of these around to how I want them. And then we fill in the space with dots. And I'm thinking of making them different colors too to match the different colored highlights in the cloud. This is just how I've been filling the star background. Because I like having the stylized stars to go alongside just having dot stars too. I think they're pretty. I suppose I think I'm gonna do two versions with different characters as Jinx because I can't decide between them. Flip a coin. Venom Shank, I was so behind the stream, I just realized. Oh no! At least you've been found now. Uzi, I just really like anime art, like the anime arcs. It's really cool. I might be biased because I like anime. Anime art in which? Are you talking vaguely, or do you mean to like Mochi Star's drawing? I don't know if her recent drawing was anime. I've not seen it yet. Mochi, oh yeah, Jcrow, just noticed you're almost at 300. Congrats on 257 subscribers. Thank you. We've been at around the 250 mark for quite a while. I think 300, I think, is the one of the goals for YouTube considering to let you get your stuff monetized. Monetized, sorry. I misspoke. So that's definitely a very exciting hurdle. It's nothing too intense like getting actually getting the ad revenue for the videos that they're putting ads on. That you don't see for ages worth of milestones, unfortunately. But it would give us like, I think it gives us access to put emotes in stream and stuff, which is kind of cool. So I'm just tinting some different colors on some of the stars.
Oh,
I find that having different colors on the stars give it a sense of depth, kind of. So it makes them look a little bit further away or closer, depending on where you put them. It's just an extra little bit of detail, and it's pretty. So there we go. A little starry sky. Mimi hopefully won't be blocking. It's like say, she's blocking most of it, but it still gives it a pretty background in the meantime. And a spooky moon. Uzi, what's your favorite anime? Mine's Demon Slayer. Ranking of Kings is pretty good. Jcrow Lives Alone is sad. I like the animation in Ranking of Kings. It's definitely not traditional anime. It's a bit more westernized in terms of art style. But it's still an anime. It's still made in Japan. Okay, what else did I want to do? I wanted to add a little bit more haze behind the moon and play with that. So I could add basically just like a waviness to create like almost like the Pokemon Ghastly, right? Oh, what's going on there? Oh, it's on the wrong layer. I was like, why is it coloring over the moon? That's odd. Mochi. I've never heard of that. What's it about? Ranking of Kings is about a little kid called Boji. And okay, so he is the son of two giants, but the king, I'm trying not to give you spoilers actually. The king committed a deal to get himself more power. So he was on a quest to become like the powerfulest, right? The powerfulest giant. And somewhere along the lines, he made a deal to sacrifice his son's strength to aid in his own. So then his child ended up being the size of a human. But there's all sorts of stuff that takes place that's kind of hard to describe. You get Kage is really cute. He's like a little monster-like character. But Kage is also a child. I think Boji, because he's had his all of his strength and growth taken, Boji looks a little bit younger than he is. I think Boji's meant to be around 12 or 13. Kage, I think, is definitely younger than that. And they kind of like they're traveling, and it's really hard to not just give you a ton of spoilers. But it is on Crunchyroll if you wanted to watch it, and I do think it is a good anime and it's worth watching. Don't remember there being any scenes that are like particularly explicit in terms of blood or anything, but I don't actually remember what the age rating is. I don't remember there being any like scary scenes, you know? Okay, so if I really reduce this glow down and center it behind the moon a bit more, I do like that effect. So like without it, with it, I like that. And then we'll have Mimi, and she'll be lip syncing behind like a pretty night sky. And it's like we're looking up at her. Uzi, Sailor Moon is my kind of anime, like Demon Slayer, and I like action. Okay, Ranking of Kings is definitely action. Action is definitely the right word for Ranking of Kings. Let's check the age rating first. Um, it has a moderate violence warning. Nothing for profanity, nothing for alcohol, drugs, and smoking. Moderate fight scenes, nothing for sex or nudity. So I think looking at all that, it is, yeah, aimed at young adults. Pebble, get out of the box. That is not a cat box. You, not for you. It's a box with all the Christmas decorations and tinsel. He thinks it's for him. I'm going to get you a picture of Boji. He's very cute. I'm going to show you. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. You ready? You're not ready. Witness. Little guy. This this one's actually a sad picture, but he looks cute. Look at him. Little guy. He's so cute. He's actually bringing flowers to his mum's grave there, who's also a giant, so that's actually pretty sad. They're very cute. His brother looks like Lemongrab though, so there is that. He's so cute. Yeah, I know, right? Look at him. Little baby. I'll show you Kage now. Here's a picture of Kage as a baby. So Kage's species were hunted and killed off, unfortunately, and there is like a really traumatic, like not traumatic 'cause you don't actually see anything, but there is a scene where like, his mum's been got and he's hiding. Boji is also non-verbal. Boji does not talk. He makes some sounds, but he can't talk. And Kage's design here, he's a blob with no mouth, but he has hands, right? He doesn't need to do this with his mouth to talk, but he does because Boji can lip read. So Boji, I think he knows sign language and he knows how to read lips as well when communicating. So I only found this like the other year, I think. A year ago? Yeah, maybe last year, the year before. But yeah, they're little guys. Mochi Berry. I have so many manga. I think I made Sailor Moon fan art a while back, and I think it might still be on Instagram. It's on my post, but it's like way down there in community posts. Oh, it's hiding. I have a really cute pin of these two. Like Squeaky Clean got me some enamel pins of just both of them running together. And they're both separate pins, and it's like, well, obviously you're gonna wear them both at the same time, right? But yeah, very cute. Anyway, everybody, we have made it to the end of the live stream. Ta-da! So it looks like if it's not changed, we've got 10% of 10 votes. So 1 out of 10 people have voted for waiting until October to share the spooky dance when it's finished, and 89% have voted to just share it. So I'll probably post that when it's finished. I'm hoping to get it done in February or by the end of February. Anyway, thank you all for joining the live stream today. It's been really nice talking to you, really pleasant. I'm glad to have this section done, so I'm going to put that background in. I'm debating whether I really want to include the horns or not, because for consistency, her Halloween costume has horns. Well, like, I feel like she looks fine, but I should probably give her the horns and complete the costume. Anyway, it's good to have this scene feeling pretty finished. And then I just need to work out what I'm doing for the rest of it. Thank you all for joining the stream and everybody that's been here. So good to see you, Mochi Stars Arts, Uzi, Nisty, Venom Shank, Quack Anonymous, Skelly Bagoki, Astro Blaze, Squeaky Clean, and I think that might no, it's Evelina came in, and so did Only Cat. Not seen you two for a little bit. It's good to hear from you again. So thank you all for being in the live stream. Thank you all for supporting. The streaming schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. UK time. depending on where you are. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Have a great day or sweet dreams. Bye bye.